Dear tutor, my name is Sandra Lavino. I want to present to you my final exam for the course Advanced English 2. For this part of this activity, we have to write a short story based on the picture in the activity guide. My short story name is Maternity. Since she realized she couldn't have babies, something in her soul was broken. Of course, she didn't want to be mother earlier than 30 years old. She needed to settle with a good guy, or at least she had to finish her career to get a steady job. However, she felt in any moment of her life she wanted to be a mother. Once a common day at the hospital in a regular medical appointment, she received that devastating news. Something dangerous was growing in her body, and doctors needed to practice a surgery, a hysterectomy, to save her life. It was 5 years ago. Since that day, she decided to concentrate all her strength in her professional growing. However, something continued empty in her life. Not all women born to be mothers, but a long time she felt she wanted to give love, protection, and direction to someone. For that reason, she wrote a requirement to an orphanage. She wanted to adopt a child. As years passed, she became an excellent professional. She was a successful woman in her field, but there was no answer by the orphanage. A good day, she applied for a scholarship out of her country. She had to be absolutely committed with her personal development to continue her studies, and she was chosen by that university to continue with her academic progress there. But in that same week, she received another news. Orphanage had accepted her requirement to start an adoption process. In fact, a beautiful girl would be her daughter if she accepted. At midnight, she needed to make a real decision. She couldn't sleep. She read so many times those 2 letters. One of them proposed her to live and study abroad, her biggest dream. By the other hand, the other letter gave her the opportunity to be completely happy. Finally, she threw away one of the 2 letters, and she decided that hereafter she won't be alone anymore. That was my story, and the second part of this final exam is regarding a song by Gabriel called Outerbridge. The first question in this activity is, do you think the song is mainly optimistic or mainly pessimistic? Justify your answer. For me, despite the song talks about a guy who never loved a girl, she's conscious she's in a difficult emotional situation right now because she felt in love with him. However, the song is optimistic about future. She knows she has to get over that situation, and in any time in the future, that guy will be only a bad man. The second question about the same song is, what was the true problem according to the song? The true problem for me with this situation in the song is the girl never paying attention to the wrong signs in her relationship. In her inner feelings, she knew that the guy didn't love her. However, she took the risk to stay with him. The third part of this activity is based on short stories about some people in troubles, and the first question is, what do you think is the best solution for each situation? For the first case, I think the guy should talk to his parents in private about his feelings. He's not doing anything wrong or hurting anybody. In fact, it is a long-term relationship. His parents would feel disappointed if he didn't tell them about that situation after so much time, because their son had been hiding one aspect of his life of them. For the second case, in her position, I would persuade my mother to move to other country. I would emphasize about the advantages of that experience, not just for my husband or for my kids, but for her too. It would be a perfect opportunity to know other places, other people, and with a better economical situation, I would pay other medical treatments to ease her health situation. And the final question is, are you good at making decisions or not? If you find it hard to make a decision, what do you usually do? Justify your answer. Well, I consider myself good at making decisions. Generally, I consider all my aspects of my life and the impact of the decision will have in each one of them. And I choose the option that makes me happier and fulfilled, not just for me, but all people who love me. Where there is a difficult decision, I always give my plans to God. All times in any decision, I try to decide on the right way. However, sometimes I consult with my couple, with my family and friends. They help me a lot to find a real answer because they love me and they always want the best things for me. Well, thanks for watching me. That was my final exam for this course. Thank you.